All right, what's going on, folks? We are live. Unfortunately, I am having problems on my other laptop, which is where my normal charting platform is on. So I'm using my backup computer here. I was having some streaming issues. Let's put the hat on forward for a good day in the market, right? So a little bit different of a setup than normal, but we will be just fine, I think. Let me just capture this here. That turn off the level 2. We don't need the level 2 right now. We also probably don't need to be looking at the SPY much. So we're going to go over kind of today's watch list. I think today is a very clear, we have a very clear sector today that we're going to be focusing on. And well, to be honest with you, it's the same one that we were focusing on yesterday. And that is going to be our seed oil. We're going to be looking at seed oil today. Or seed oil. I'm an idiot. Batteries, whatever. I was just talking about seed oil with my friend. Batteries, GWH, ELBM. Our battery plays for a first green day, right? GWH, honestly, today, I think is probably, in my opinion, the clearest one. ELBM has already started to go. I am long some from 170. Bought while I was at the gym. Would like to see if this thing can go to 3, but I think the buy out of the gates here is going to be GWH for me personally. We've also got ABAT. Another battery play here, fading off before market open. We got about 3 minutes. These are kind of my top watches out of the gate here. I don't want to get too aggressive, but I think GWH, I would rather, that's the one I would rather be looking at. I think it's got a really strong daily chart for a bounce. So we're 455 is yesterday's low. We are currently trading at 487. So slightly green. Very good. Like to see that. ELBM, again, definitely the strongest right now. So I'm going to get all my stuff ready here. GWH on my monitor, ready to go, ready to take some position. I'm actually going to look to exit a little bit of my ELBM into this spike here. All right, just sold a bit there at 237. Beautiful. Beautiful. It doesn't get much cleaner than this, to be honest with you. And yeah, that's about it. We don't have Matt Monaco with us here today. Matt is unfortunately busy this morning. Excuse me. Sorry, still getting over this cold too. But yeah, Matt's busy this morning. So it's just going to be me with you guys here today. But I think we'll have a fun day. Again, we've got some really, I think, solid opportunities here. Yeah, GWH, I think, I don't love stocks under VWAP, but a first green day is certainly an exception. Oh, man, ELBM, let's go. Listen, I will get, I'll get all out here at 260. I'm all out, 260. Beautiful trade, nearly $1 a share. Green, I mean, best exit, roughly 60% gain. I love that. I'll look for another trade on this. We get a pullback, but I mean, I can't not take my profits into that kind of strength. You know, that's beautiful. So GWH is going to be my next main focus here. That's going to be the one over on the right-hand side of your screen. Yeah, that's about it. Keeping it simple this morning. I'm not even going to look at other gappers right now. We got Rainy, we got ARTV, we got ELBM is our next top gapper. I'm not going to look at anything else. These, in my opinion, are hands down the layup setup of the day. So GWH, we'll be keeping an eye on it. Very hard pullback on ELBM here, which kind of to be expected. Huge parabolic swipe. GWH, I'm not just going to blindly buy. Sorry, my dog wanted to get out and was getting very antsy. Yeah, I'm not just going to blindly buy GWH. I am going to wait a little bit, although I don't think it would be a bad blind buy with a risk on red. I've already done well on ELBM, so I don't really feel the need to get overly aggressive. But I don't think it's a bad buy. I mean, honestly, though, it opened under 5, so take that for what you will. All right. Yeah. How you guys doing this morning? Happy Friday, by the way. Let's see. I saw a Wick Tickler comment. Let me check and see. I saw it while I was getting flustered with not being able to share my screen earlier. GWH parabolic. I wouldn't call that a parabolic quite yet. We're getting there. Let's see. Where are we? Wick. Wick said, my wife is mad at me this morning for using a fog machine, Roman candles, and pictures of Matt and Bryce at our kids' career day presentation at school. Listen, I think there's nothing wrong with sharing with your kids that they want to be some degenerate stock traders. There's nothing wrong unless I get it if it's your wife, maybe she wants them to be a doctor or a lawyer, but you could be doing what I'm doing right now, sitting in front of a computer trading stocks. Some days making money, I guess the benefit of being, a doctor or a lawyer is you're probably not losing money most days. Although you could get sued for medical malpractice. So listen, you win some, you lose some, I'm just playing around, of course. I like it, Wick. Morning, David. Brandon said nailed ELBM. Beautiful. Glad to hear it. It's a good trade. It was a really good trade. The rest of the batteries are feeling a little bit weak right now, to be completely honest with you. I wish we had some more strength in these battery plays. I do. All right. Nothing really happening yet. GWH, that's a little bit more of a failure than I'd want to see. There's a really weird chart if you guys want to look at it. Pump and dump. If you guys want to see what pumps look like these days. Yeah, it's APLM. Look at this thing. It's up from what? $4 a share. It's up 1,000% on no volume, but this thing looks scary. That's a scary looking chart. Pardon me. Yeah, I mean, today, right now, just a patience game. I don't love the fact that, let's go back to ELBM. Don't need this pump and dump on here. I don't love the fact that ELBM is pulling as hard as it is. It's definitely trying to consolidate here at VWAP, which is good. Yeah, I don't love that. Oh, there you go, GWH. That's a tough one. There wasn't really a clean entry there for me. And also, again, I've already kind of hit ELBM, so I just don't feel the need to get overly aggressive. It's just a choppy moving stock, GWH is. I'd rather wait for a cleaner setup with better risk to reward. But that's just me personally. What else we got? Anything else moving? VHC. This was a mover earlier in pre-market. Oh, yeah, I could have told you that was going to be weird. Traded like 20,000 shares earlier and was up 100%. Very weird move. Let's bring it back to ELBM for now. This is probably contender for one of our top trades of the morning. If there's going to be another entry on it, I would assume it's probably going to be here soon. At this point, would just like to see some consolidation on it, you know? Wait for a clean, clear entry spot. Which isn't really happening right now, to be honest with you. GWH, this is why I want to be a little bit patient. Again, it's not that it's pulling back too hard or anything. It's really just that, like, buying a breakout like that and then it not continuing, I don't love that. It's just a little bit sketch. Speaking of battery stocks, how's AQMS looking? I feel like AQMS honestly had its fun yesterday. Tried to have its fun yesterday and it just couldn't. Yeah, I mean, just not great. We'll check ABAT here. ABAT's red. Yeah, I mean, just not ELBM for sure was the strongest. I also think it had the best daily chart. GWH closely behind GWH, but just big run and then bleed out. I mean, down from what? I think it came down from 870 down to 150, 140, 130s actually. What I'm getting a little bit worried about, honestly, is that was that all it could do? Was that move all it could do? I don't know, but this is a lot of volume we're trading, right? I mean, if we go and look at this, let's go back to a 15-minute chart real quick. This is a lot of volume for this stock. We're trading a lot of volume, and that was a pretty big rejection here. To be fair, I wouldn't confidently say that, like, so unless we break pre-market highs and can't go higher, that's going to be the only situation where I say to myself, okay, I'm worried about follow-through on this, right? If we get like a fake pre-market, or that. Again, it's weak. It's weak for a first green day. And this is why I want to be patient on these. I want to watch. So I saw a question earlier. I don't remember who it was from, saying, what's your strategy on a first green day? And this is a little bit different because this is a sector-related first green day. This isn't just one first green day trade. This is a bucket of different stocks that are trying to have first green days here. And so this is going to change the aspect of the trade a little bit. For me, what I'm going to do is I want to wait for one of them to prove themselves a leader. Yesterday, that was AQMS. And this is what sketched me out a little bit yesterday, is despite AQMS's strength, none of the other ones could follow. GWH couldn't follow. ELBM couldn't follow. ABAT couldn't follow. And we're seeing the same thing here today. right? ELBM was that sector leader this morning, and it did give a nice push, but nothing else is following with it. Like, generally speaking, especially on their momentum days, everything was following at the same time, right? GWH was running at the same time as AQMS, and it was running in a similar fashion, right? They were all running together. Now they're not really making that type of, they don't have that same level of connection. And to me, that shows a sign of kind of inherent weakness to these stocks, is that they're not moving in sync anymore. And so with GWH being so weak, with ABAT being so weak, in my eyes, that naturally just makes ELBM that much weaker, because now people are losing confidence in the sector's ability to bounce, right? That's my personal outlook on it, and that's why I don't want to be super aggressive right out of the gates. Generally speaking, on a normal first green day, I would look to take a little bit right out of the gates if the gap wasn't too big, and then look to add to that position as we start working, as we start breaking through high a day. First green days are one of the rare scenarios where I'll be okay with a high a day break buy, as long as I'm early, as long as it's one of the first high a day breaks. Generally, I don't love to just buy high a day breaks with size. First green days, I'll tend to do that a little bit more frequently, just because as long as I'm early to it and it hasn't gapped too much, theoretically, it should work fine, as long as it's not too extended. So ELBM, we're in a kind of key area here, right? We just had our fake breakdown here underneath low a day. So we'll see if this just trapped shorts. My worry, again, is just GWH. Now, GWH theoretically could be a fake breakdown as well, but the problem is it started with a fake breakout, right? We just kind of had a fake breakout over high a day. That's pretty bearish. That's not what we want to see as a long. And so again, same thing I was just talking about. While ELBM does look to be strong, to be honest with you, the fact that the rest of the sector is currently so weak is not screaming good news for me. So we'll remain patient, wait and see. I don't need to be the first. Seems like these market sell-offs are killing the sector moves, says Brandon. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the market's in a weird spot right now too. You got to understand, right? Because we're like near all-time highs, but we are in a period of extreme fear, which is weird, right? Like, normally extreme fear happens when the markets are bottoming, not at the top. That's generally a feeling of extreme greed. And so it is very odd to me that is where we're at right now. Pardon me. ELBM, this is feeling weak. This is feeling weak to me. I don't love this. I think if we have a breakdown underneath this 216, we've got kind of two issues. Number one, we're breaking down an area where longs are like, I'm still in control. I'm still in control, right? Number two, the rest of the sector is already pretty weak. This isn't like a strong move right now. I would not be shocked if that brings down the rest of the sector with it. If. That's a big if, to be completely fair. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's not, I'm not sitting here right now and saying, oh yeah, I feel very comfortable in this. Oh yeah, that's weak. Again, it's got time to hold, but got a weird mover here, LNKS. This is strange. Want to keep an eye on this. Reminds me of VSEE from yesterday. Kind of got this trend here forming on ELBM as well. Yeah, for now, I'm going to keep LNKS up just to see if anything fun comes out of this. ELBM is going to be my battery sector leader for right now. So if, if this stays weak, I'm going to assume weakness on GWH, ABAT, all those. GWH is only green, 7% now, too. The problem with a failed first green day is that what you end up getting are a lot of trapped longs. So it's not something that you want to be in. If it's not working, you just want to get out because it can lead to a really big sell-off if it doesn't work, because now you just have all of these longs who are trying that first green day idea, who are now caught and are just continually selling all day. ELBM trying to perk out of this base here. GWH trying to follow with it back up to around $5. 1 second, folks. I'm seeing some other folks talking about different tickers here. AQMS. Yeah, AQMS, another battery stock. No real volume is the problem. That's just a no volume trade there. I saw talks about Rainy. Rainy's fine. I don't know. It just broke low a day, so it's just a very range bound stock right now. I saw people ask about FEMI. I don't like that at all. These are, again, I just don't think this is where the opportunity is right now. I think the opportunity is if the battery stocks can hold, we got our clean first green days on there. I think there might be an opportunity on LNKS. Honestly, if I was aggressive, I'd be looking to take this trend break right here through like 78 cents. I'm not that aggressive, so I probably won't be. But, oh, yeah, see, ELBM, that's weak. Again, I think we break low a day, and we unfortunately, this is probably going to be in a void for a little bit longer. LNKS too weak, unfortunately. I'll pull back up GWH just in case. Again, this could be a trap. This could be so choppy, though. Forming a nice little trend here. We'll see. Yeah, just gonna let ELBM guide me. Nothing really changing here. Well, also, if you want, let's pull up. Let's do a little bit of Q&A. Let's do a little. Oh man, not feeling great though. I feel a lot better than I've felt lately. I just got a cough now. Just got a mean little cough. I'm watching 2 15-minute charts at a time. Nope, these are 1-minute candles. These are 1 minutes. So yeah, do you guys have any questions? When did you buy ELBM? What time was it pre-market? I bought ELBM, pre-market at $1.70 a share. I don't remember the exact time. It was at the gym. 8 o'clock or so. Thoughts on ARTV? Too much of a glass wall. Here's the problem with ARTV. It's just got so much resistance. So much resistance. Like, can it run? Maybe. But I just think there are better opportunities out there. To be completely honest with you. Like, it's... Yeah, I mean, like, that's right. Like, we break out of our resistance and we just get a big slam. It's just got too much resistance, right? Like, there's another level from both after hours yesterday and pre-market today. Yeah, I just don't think that it's the easiest opportunity out there right now. When I trade a stock like PRAX, no, I don't. Again, I know how to trade phase 3 news. That's like its own setup within itself. Like that's its own thing. And yeah, to be honest with you, no, I don't really know how to trade that. What is your favorite setup of all time that gets you the most pumped? I love a really good, strong multi-day breakout. It's like a really strong multi-day breakout. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that, I'll tell you. LNKS, by the way, this is getting a little bit saucy. There was an entry probably here around 75 cents. I didn't take it, but it definitely looks interesting. Do I think ARTV can be scalped? I'm not going to scalp it. Anything can be scalped. It's just like not a trade that I would personally want to take. ELBM, I will say, holding up decently. There you go. Links, LNKS, strong. I'm waiting for a high day break on ELBM or enter in this consolidation range. At this point, I would consider a starter over 245. Maybe that, honestly, the 250 level is a little bit better. It's going to provide a little bit more confirmation for not that much more expensive of a price. That wick to me is pretty telling there at 251. If it gets over that wick, I would expect to see continuation. 245, I'm not quite as confident in that. So I only got to pay a couple of cents a share more. So I'm going to be waiting for that 251. How do you determine a strong breakout? Just volume, and do you often anticipate the breakout or let it break and then buy dips back to the breakout level? Strong volume, a reason to break out. Again, time is the best indicator. So like the longer it's setting up for that breakout, the better. So yeah, you want it to have a reason to break out, a catalyst of some sort, whether that's sector related, whether it's actual news, whatever. And then the longer it consolidates, the better. Now, I generally speaking am going to start in anticipating the breakout, but that doesn't mean I'm buying dips, or it doesn't mean that I'm just randomly buying. Generally, I'm buying consolidation breaks near the breakout, right? I'm buying after a fake breakdown before the breakout, stuff like that. Then I can add through that breakout if I feel the setup is worthy of that. So we're getting something interesting happening now. GWH is starting to detach from ELBM. ELBM is showing signs of weakness, and GWH is continuing into this uptrend here. So this is something I think worth keeping an eye on. ELBM is looking like it wants to break down, yet GWH is kind of just climbing. So interesting here. Can you explain why large gap downs on the daily chart in the battery sector keeps the sector hot, and why are we looking to buy? Well, because we're looking for it's just a market inefficiency at this point, right? It's like an inefficient ELBM. That's not good. It's just an inefficiency thing, right? So GWH, for example, we're down $14 to $4 without a bounce. We're down $10 a share without a bounce. Not to say that it has to bounce. I don't want to sit here and say that it has to do anything, right? But generally speaking, there are going to be shorts that are looking to cover at some point. There are going to be longs that are looking to buy an advantage. The stock's down, 60, 70% without a single bounce. So that's the concept of a first green day. Why they tend to work is just that it's an overextension to the downside. And generally speaking, when you have an overextension to the upside, we're bound for a pullback because there's going to be profit taking. Same exact concept on overextension to the downside. There's going to be profit taking from short sellers and people looking to take advantage of that bottoming action. Generally speaking, these stocks are not going to go to zero unless they do offerings or, different scenarios where I guess that is possible. But yeah, for sure. Good questions, by the way, guys. Good questions. GWH still intriguing to me. Very intriguing. The fact that we are just kind of at VWAP here, to be completely fair. Just kind of retesting VWAP. ELBM is trying everything in its power to stay strong here. Devon, I don't know. You can go check. I actually don't know the current pricing. I think there are different options is the thing with stock to trade scanners. You can get like more basic stuff. I think the full platform is like you can do a monthly or annual. You can go daily income trader. It just depends, I think, on the package you're looking to get. You go over to their website. It's just stockstrade.com. I think you can do a trial of the platform as well. ELBM showing a sign of a breakdown. GWH staying strong. We'll see if that was a fake breakout over VWAP here. I think back under 5, we start breaking under this trend here. We're breaking back under that whole dollar level. I think that's probably just a fake breakout, but we'll say it's definitely staying strong. We did just kind of break out of our trend here as well. See, how's LNKS looking? What would be the entry you're looking for on GWH? You know, honestly, at this point, it's not really a price thing. It's going to be like a price action thing because right now we're just grinding up. I really don't like buying stocks like that just kind of grind, because they never really set good levels to buy it. They don't really like right now. The only risk level that I could really see justifying is low a day. I can't justify any of these other wick downs, at least in my eyes. So yeah, it's not really a price thing right now for me. LNKS looking weak, unfortunately. That looks like a fake high day break. Yeah, the GWH, I don't really have a price that I'm looking to say, all right, this is where I'm getting in. Now, if we set a new low and curl around, if we set a low around 5 and start curling back, now I can maybe consider buying this break here over 523. ELBM curling back around here, showing some signs of strength. Will be interesting to see if GWH follows with that strength. Let's put ELBM up over here on the right. Kind of got this fake breakdown under this 225 level. I'll be curious to see. Yeah, ELBM is looking strong. Very strong, ELBM. Very, very strong. I like that. Okay, now, again, I would rather buy ELBM personally. Personally, I would much rather buy ELBM than GWH. 251 is going to be that key level risk on 220. It's going to be a wider risk play. Very nice ELBM. Now we've got 2 bullish confirmation factors working for us. We held that fake breakdown, and we kind of fake broke down again. A little fake breakdown under VWAP. We had this support here at 225. We broke under that and then curled right back around. This is looking good. This is looking like a solid contender. Do I still own EMBS? I never owned EMBS. I don't know what EMBS is. ELBM I had earlier, if that's what you mean. And no, I sold that at 260. My best sell was 260. I also had to sell at 241. Or was it 243? 237, where I was close. What would be an entry signal on something like ELBM? For me, just to break out of this 251. We had a wick right here. Kind of break out over this 250. And so for me, that's going to be my sign to look for a breakout. GWH, as much as I hate it, I almost am tempted to take small size. It's just not nearly as clean of a setup. But like in the same breath, it's just been grinding up. I really don't love it. But like I'm tempted to take small size through high day. It's just like that's how I lose. Because then it's going to pull back at some point. It's just straight up from low a day. It hasn't had a single pullback. So I could just see myself getting chopped up in something like this, unfortunately. Right now, ELBM is definitely in too much of a range. It's still range bound. We're not into clear yet. I don't think, anyways. But it is setting up well. But you know, for now, guys, I think the trade is going to take some time. Bro, it's GWH better buy. If that's what you think, go for it, my man. I don't think the intraday chart is justifying as good of a setup in terms of a risk to reward profile. The daily chart, I would say, is really good. But the intraday setup is not as easy in terms of a risk level. There's no doubt about that. But again, right now, I mean, to be completely honest with you, neither of them are buys yet anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Nick says, your comments are so helpful. Really enjoyed your insights. Thanks. Hey, of course. Glad to help. Do I have a strategy for stocks that are halting? No. I don't really like being in stocks that halt. Because there's no control. You have no control over where that opens. You have no control over what the next course of action is there. Any golf plans for this weekend? No. I've this weekend's actually me and my girlfriend's 3-year anniversary, so we're celebrating. And then I drive home. I drive back to Colorado on Sunday. So yeah, no plans. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, she's great. It's very rare. Excuse me, to find someone that supports something as weird as trading so openly. You know, it's not the most normal career path. So it's great. Yeah. But I got a long drive home on Sunday. So we'll see. Yeah, I got to drive 26 hours starting Sunday. So I'm actually not sure I'll be live on Monday morning with you guys, by the way. That's a misprint there on ELBM, by the way. I'm not sure I'll be live Monday because I'll be driving all day Sunday and then probably all day Monday. But I don't remember where that question started with, to be completely honest with you, or where that answer started. Oh, golf plans. Yeah, so no golf this weekend. It's also really cold up here in upstate New York now. It's like I woke up this morning, it was 31 degrees. So I feel like it's getting a little bit too cold. Fortunately, back in Denver, the weather is beautiful. Next week, it's high 60s and sunny every day of the week. I'll probably be playing a lot of golf next week, to be honest with you. When will I buy LNKS? If I do, I'm not at this point. It's the trade's done. Fake high daybreak. No news. Really, no, I don't think any news. Oh, it did have news. This is entry into material definitive agreement. Yeah. Fluff news. I don't think there's a trade here anymore. So, anyways, y'all, listen, move to Houston so you can play more golf year round. I used to live in Austin. And the problem is it was just so hot in the summers, man. Like the summers were just brutal. I'm not built for the heat. I like the cold. Denver is cool because you can play golf year round. You know, Denver, people think of Denver as like snowy and everything. And that's actually far from the truth. Denver is pretty good year round. You get like 2 months where it's questionable. Like you do get some days of snow, but I mean, generally speaking, the snow is gone by like 10 or 11 in the morning. So yeah, I mean, that's why I do love Denver. It's I get the best of all my favorite worlds. I get great weather, can play a lot of golf, can go hike all the time, can go snowboard in the winter, which I grew up snowboarding just about every weekend. So, yeah, for me, it's like I had the perfect setup. I feel lucky to live where I do. But anyhow. Yeah. Willa Frew says there's no winter in Colorado unless you're in the mountains. Exactly. To be fair, last winter in Denver was like, it was cold. It sucked. I was actually pretty upset because I had just moved there and I was like preparing for a pretty mild winter. And last winter in Denver was definitely more extreme than normal. But this year I'm prepared for it. If that's what we get, that's what we get. I'm also doing a lot of traveling next year. I'm going to be back down in Texas, I think, in January. I'm going to Vegas in January, going to Curacao in February. So I had a lot of warm spots. I'll be playing golf every day in Curacao, which I'm excited for. I think I'll actually bring my clubs this time too. Yeah, Guard of the Gods. Last winter lasted 8 months. It did too. It literally was from like November to March. It was a long winter. And then in March, I remember I was like, we finally got like one really good week. It was like 60s and 70s. And then the next week after that, it was back to like 20. And I was like, oh, stop. I thought we were out of this. Where in upstate are you? I am in Syracuse area. I grew up in Syracuse, outside of Syracuse. But yeah, love it up here. I love home. It's a great spot. Got my family up here. And upstate New York will just always be home. Congrats on the travel schedule. Oh, cool. You're in Central New York. Glad to see a fellow trader. Oh, Utica. Yeah. My brother went to school at Mohawk Valley. I know Utica quite well. Oskinitos. Best pizza. Literally one of the best pizzas out there. Denver Cruder was born in Buffalo. You know what's really funny is I know so many people in Denver who grew up in Buffalo. Like, I think it's so funny. Denver, it seems like a lot of people move to Denver from upstate New York. And I get it because it's like you get the best parts of upstate New York without any of the downsides. In 2019, we had snow in June in Denver. I remember I lived there in 2019. It was May, right? I thought it was end of May or early June. I lived there for an internship. I remember that. It was crazy. The Rocky Mountain National Park was closed in June because they had like 15 feet of snow up there. It was crazy. Bryce, did trading change your life? Oh, GWH, explosive. I wasn't really paying attention. Excuse me. Nice move, GWH. Did trading change your life? Undoubtedly. It changed my life in more ways than I can even make. It's the coolest thing. Yeah, I mean, it's given me access to so much freedom that I never really thought that I would have. And so I feel very blessed. Anyways, guys, listen, as much fun as it is, just shooting the shit and talking. It's time to talk some TradeFunder, and honestly, I am I feel like the more I talk, the more I'm starting to cough here too. So I think we're going to talk some TradeFunder for those of you guys that want to get access to a $25,000 funded trading account for a sweet discount, thanks to our partnership here with TradeFunder. And then I'm going to be on my way. I'm probably not going to trade too much today, honestly. I already had a great win on ELBM. ELBM, by the way, looking a little bit choppy given the strength on GWH. Again, that candle is not real. Those candles are not real. In fact, I think I can actually adjust that, correct this bar. Well, apparently not. But anyways. Oh, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Anyways, ladies and gents, for those of you guys who or maybe you're brand new here, first of all, welcome in. I always like to say that. We try to go live as often as we can. We shoot for every day, but as we were corrected by some of the hecklers yesterday, we live our lives and we like to have fun. So sometimes I'm not going to be live. We do this for free for you guys so that you guys can get access to real-time trading. And the truth is, whether or not you want to join TradeFunder, we're going to be here anyways, getting to do this with you for free. But I think TradeFunder is a huge, huge advantage for those of you guys that are looking for a solution to your trading. Whether that be you got a small account, whether that means you're not able to take as many trades as you would like throughout the week because you're subjected by the pattern day trader rule, really, or maybe you just want access to another account. Matt and I both use TradeFunder. I use TradeFunder as an addition to my normal trading account as well. Because listen, the way I use TradeFunder is for my big picture trade ideas. When I want to go balls to the wall on a trade, not balls to the wall, I'm highly convicted in a big setup. And I just want to really, really stand out. It's because I get access to great margin with TradeFunder, as do everybody here. So basically, guys, for those of you guys that don't know TradeFunder, it's a fully funded trading account. They're partnered with T3, which is one of the largest prop trading firms in the country. Anyone who's anybody is going to be partnered with T3. And so with TradeFunder, you're getting access to a $25,000 funded trading account and $100,000 in margin. And so basically, this is, I think, a great solution for those of you guys who might be trading with a smaller account, who know that you've got potential as a trader, but your small account is limiting you. You're not able to take as many trades a week as you'd like. Or, what I see with a lot of traders is that generally, you're a little bit nervous to risk your own money because it's your own money. You're emotionally attached to it. I see so many traders who do so well paper trading, and then when they go to their real money, they feel that loss because it's their own money. But when they're paper trading, it's just paper money. It's just a loss. And this is actually why a lot of prop firms do so well, is because it removes that emotional tie to your money. And so I think this is a great way to go get access with TradeFunder. That's why, like I said, when I've got a really high conviction setup, this is why I love to use TradeFunder then too, because I can afford to take bigger size and not feel as emotionally attached and truly let that setup play out for the sake of that trade. So the way TradeFunder works is, again, it is a prop firm, meaning that you are going to be sharing profits with them. Now, they've got one of the best profit splits in the industry. Generally speaking, with a prop firm, you're going to be looking to split anywhere between 60-40, where you keep 60%, the prop firm keeps 40%, or 70-30, where you keep 70%. With TradeFunder, that profit split is 80-20. So if you make 10 grand, you get to keep $8,000 of it. So it's in TradeFunder's best interest that you also make money. This is why we go live. This is why they partnered with us here at Stocks to Trade. We've been providing trading education to traders just like yourselves for well over a decade now. Matt and I personally came up through the Stocks to Trade community. We've got a large group of millionaires here now. We've got a large group of students who are on their way to becoming millionaires. And I think it's really thanks to just having that community of mentorship and just a community of traders who are all working together for that same goal. We share trading ideas. We share trading strategies. We share just kind of our own market insights. And what I found, as a lot of you guys know, I always tell you, don't come here with the purpose of just wanting to copy our trades. That's really not a winning strategy for anybody. Instead, come here to learn from pick our brains, see what we're trading, see how we're trading it. I've learned my style of trading by culminating a bunch of successful traders and watching what works for them, taking what works for me and removing what doesn't. And I think one of the big things that also helps when you start getting that strategy down is being able to freely trade and not being worried about taking a loss, understanding that losing is part of the game. And TradeFunder understands that too. And this is why I think this is a really cool partnership in particular, because with TradeFunder, you're getting access to that discount. It's going to be an $800 plus a $99 platform fee. If you were to go over to their website and pay full price, you're going to be looking at paying $1,400 plus that $99 platform fee. But since they're here with us here at Stocks to Trade and they know we create a community of great traders, they're going to be taking an extra bet on you. So it's going to be a discount off of their traditional pricing. On top of that, too, they've got really good risk management. They're not going to let you blow up their entire account. All right. Meaning you can't lose all $25,000. They won't let you do that, understandably so, because you're putting in $800, right? They're not going to be betting $24,000 per trader, but they are going to be betting about $3,000 per trader because they understand $800. If that were all they're going to let you lose, it's really not that much, and it doesn't give much room for error. So they want to make sure that you've got that room for error because they understand it happens. So basically the way it works is that they're going to give you an extra roughly $3,000 to lose. They're going to give you a $3,750 max drawdown before they shut off your account, right? So I personally think if you're trading well, I mean, that's well over a 10% risk from account highs. I don't think you should be drawing down more than 10% if you're looking for consistency. And I'll be the first person to tell you, if you're a person who's looking to take home runs and you just want to hit like a lotto trade where you make 500%, but you're risking 50% in order to do it, TradeFunder is probably not the solution for you. If you're looking for consistent, small gains add up over time kind of mindset, you want to make a career out of this, or you're just looking to do this part-time as spare income, but not looking to bet the farm on it, this might be a really great solution for you. In fact, I think it is. But I'll let you be the judge of that for yourself. So I'm actually going to go ahead and throw this link in the chat here. For those of you guys who are looking to join TradeFunder, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you'll see this popping up right now. If you're on Twitter, you can either type in that link that's across your screen right now, tradefunder.com/stock-day-trader-instant-funding-Bryce. You'll get access to that discount. It's about $600 off from their normal pricing. You'll go up to the top of the screen. You'll click Get Your Funded Stock Account Now. And you can get started in less than 90 seconds, which is true. It's pretty crazy. So, yeah, again, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is the perfect solution for everybody. Again, if you are a home run trader, it's probably not the solution for you. But if you're in that scenario where, again, you know that you're understanding what's going on in the market, but you feel a little bit too emotionally tied to your money, or you're in a position where you just don't have a big enough account to take the right trades, this is a solution that I would at least highly encourage you to click that link and check out and see if it does fit you. I think it's a no-brainer decision personally. Even if you've got like a $5,000 account, you're still under the PDT. You can make okay gains, but you can't make great gains. Well, if you take $800 out of that account, you still got a $4,000 account to trade with yourself and access to a $25,000 funded account here. I'm seeing questions like, can you short in TradeFunder? You can short easy to borrow stocks. You cannot short hard to borrow stocks in TradeFunder. I also saw a question earlier. What are the trading hours again? Yeah, so TradeFunder, you can trade 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. In TradeFunder. So that's pretty awesome. You get 12 hours worth of trading. Honestly, there are a lot of great moves that happen in pre-market. So pretty sweet that you're able to start right at 4 a.m. for those of you guys that want to be up at the crack of dawn. There are some really great moves that happen. yeah, overall, I think it's an awesome solution. And this is something I'd highly encourage you guys to check out for those of you guys who are looking to start trading more money. I can tell you when I first started trading, I was scouring the internet far and wide for a solution like this. And it just didn't exist back then. I had to go with a sketchy overseas broker that you didn't know if you're going to get your money out with. These guys are partnered with one of the biggest prop firms in the entire country. It's the first of its kind here in the US, and they've been nothing shy of amazing to work with. And if you have any technical questions, by the way, I'm seeing, can you use like custom indicators and all that? Just email their support. It's down here, support@tradefunder.com. They'll get back to you ASAP. They're really responsive. I see Yoshi, not Yoshi. IA said, got UGL short and TradeFunder from 560 to 540s. Beautiful. Nice trade. Nice trade. Yoshi. Oh, man, you must have been. You're an OG. You're an OG. Yeah, I definitely tried them once upon a time. It's just so sketchy. It was so sketchy, man. But anyways, yeah, guys, that's your homework. Go and check it out. It's a phenomenal deal. I'm really glad that I'm here being able to help you guys get access to it. Because again, it's not something that I got access to when I was first trading. I really wish that I could have. And by the way, their dashboard, it's super simple to use. If you've used Thinkorswim before, it's just like using Thinkorswim in a lot of ways. Devon says, what's the coupon code? It's not a coupon code. It's the link that I've dropped in the chat. It's a discount link. So this is a special link. This is a special link that'll get you access to this discount. There's no code. You just got to hit that link that came across the chat there. Devon, I see you're on YouTube. So it should be that link that just came across your comments. It's also in the YouTube description, that link. I saw a question earlier saying, what happens if I lose my first account? Can I do it again? They're not going to give you unlimited attempts to do this. So like, they're not just going to keep giving you $25,000 time and time again, but they will give you a few attempts. They will give you a few attempts. Devon is asking, this sounds awesome. Can I use it from South Africa? I don't know. I know they do allow other countries. I think it's mainly US, but they do allow other countries. Devon, what I would do is go to that link and email support@tradefunder.com and see if they allow you to do it. A Real View says next week I'll get it. Hell yeah, man. Or gal. I don't know. Can't tell here on YouTube. Good. I'm excited. I think it's a great opportunity. And again, I know, man, this cough is mean. I know it's not perfect for everybody, but like, it's just, I can't say it enough. It's so cool that I wouldn't be here doing this if I didn't think it was actually a good solution. So I'm really happy. And it's really fun to get to trade with you guys too. Wake Tickler said, back to work for me. And remember, miracles happen every day, usually right around after the wife leaves. Thank you, Bryce. See you all on Monday. Yeah. I feel you, man. Yeah, listen, guys, like I said, I don't know if I'll be here Monday because I'll be on a pretty long drive, but I'll be back with you Tuesday if I'm not here Monday. So, guys, I hope you're all having a great Friday. And I will catch you guys back here next week, whether that's Monday or Tuesday. Catch you guys then. Bye, everybody. Peace.